G'day Singy. What I'll do is go through the bike quickly so you've got a bit of an idea that I can't show you in person, and just demonstrate some of the points on this bike that I need to talk about. Probably first thing on this bike is you see that it's got the belt drive. It's also got a heavy duty clutch in there, and basically what that means is it's the bike's very strong on the hand for the clutch, so you'll need to just learn that. That'll take a little bit of a while to get used to. Ride it a little bit, obviously, when you're getting used to it, and then obviously between gear changes, you just want to bring it in slightly, just between gear changes. You don't have to bring it all the way in every time you change gear, just obviously taking off. So just between gears, just keep that a nice short sharp movement. The mirrors here, if I was you, I'd probably change them to the underside. They have a bolt on the underside there that you can adjust, and I would probably get them coming down here. That's a bit of the style at the moment, so it's not a bad thing to do. Gear changes, one down, the rest up, like most bikes. The air ride is located here, which is this little switch here, and what you do is you want to lift that to lift the bike up, and obviously down to lower it. So the best thing to do there is to feel your weight and pump the bike up, and then bounce around on the seat until you've got enough ride in the back shocks. And you see, you've also got to lower it after every ride. You don't want to leave air in there, you know, overnight or between stays. So every time you pump it up, you've got to let it down when you stop the bike. Probably about 10 seconds is about what you want to give for a good comfortable ride. The back of the bike's pretty straightforward. The battery's in here. The battery's located in here. When I received it, it was missing some clips, so we've put some wire ties in there. Unfortunately, there's not too much of a better way to hold that in place. Cable ties, so you'll see that. The back brake lights all bolted up under there. That shouldn't need any fixing or anything like that. Vance and Hines pipes. As I mentioned to you before, I would probably get the auto sole. It's got a few marks on there that I just didn't have time. I have given it a polish, but I didn't have any auto sole here, so you probably want to auto sole some of these marks just to get it's just clothing material that's marked on there on the hot pipe, so you might want to get that pulled off. Temperature gauge for the oil. So the oil's located in here. You push it in, give that a twist, and you can pull that off and check the dipstick and check the oil temp. As I said to you before, I would probably encourage the first thing you did was book this bike in to get a full service. That would be the best thing to do, and then reset your trip computer here with the button at the back to 00, so as you know how many Ks you've done in between services. You've got the air filter, Screaming Eagle, that's relatively clean. From time to time you want to give that a clean, get yourself a K&N air filter cleaner kit. The front brakes located here, that's all been recently upgraded to a performance machine braking system, so that's good, but you know, you really got to jump on the brakes on these old bikes, so you'll have to get used to that. Down changes. When you're down changing a gear, like slowing down for the lights, you want to give it a quick stab, just a quick little rev, and it just helps it sink in nicely with the gear changes down. So the rest of it's pretty straightforward. There's nothing more I can think of at this stage. I've got the keys here. This is a proximity alarm, so basically as long as this is close to the bike, the alarm system on the bike won't go off when you play with it. I also have a spare one of these that was damaged when it was sold to me, and it has black tape wrapped around it. I haven't needed to use it, but I will give you that also with the bike. So everything's pretty straightforward. Like I said to you before, definitely look at getting it serviced just from scratch. The Oh, another thing here, the fuel tank. You basically push that in and give that a twist. Doesn't want to come off, it's all nice and tight. So always put ultimate 98 in it and push that in and just twist it and leave that like that. The next thing would be these controls that you'll see here. They're Arlen Ness controls, so your Harley ones have been removed, and on the outsides you've got your flickers. So on the left one and on the right one on the outside you've got your flickers. If we turn the bike on, you'll see all your gauges come on, fuel pump starts up. We've got the start, I believe in the middle from memory. So start, stop is your buttons there. On this side, I think one of these is for the high beam, so that turns the high beam on and off, and this one's your horn. She's a very good bike, and like I said to you, it might not be the most comfortable bike out there, but it's got plenty of character, and it's great fun to ride. You'll really enjoy riding it. It turns a lot of heads. It's a good bike. You know, it's 4 years old, so it's it's not brand new, but it's been looked after. So enjoy it, mate. And if you ever decide to get rid of it, make sure you give me a buzz first and let me know, and I'll see what I can do. Alright, thanks mate, and enjoy.